Yo, what up? It's Razor Pop lah!
Hey guys, welcome back to Razor Pop. I'm with Taeya Kik of My Paper and Jason Johnson of The New Paper. We're discussing Hollywood remakes of Asian horror films. Now, as you know, there's been many, including The Ring, The Grudge, what else? Mirrors,
One Missed Call.
and
Dark
now
Water.
The Uninvited.
Dark Water, yeah.
Dark Water, yeah. Guys, what are your favorite remakes?
Well, okay, for me,
And the most hated ones.
my favorite is one of the first we made, and we just talked about it, is The Ring.
That's the very first, actually. Yeah.
And the one...
2002.
One Missed Call was bad. Now, the other one, the one with Jessica Alba, The Eye.
Yeah, it was terrible.
That was horrible too.
And so was Shutter. That was terrible too.
Not as bad as Jessica Alba's, but yeah, around there.
And why do you like The Ring?
Well, again, great direction, great story, actually genuinely scary. In fact, I think that it actually added to the original Ring story.
I think so too. Okay. Gore Verbinski is a terrific director, and Naomi Watts, she actually applied method acting to a horror film. That's rare.
Yeah.
And do you think the reason why the second one was so bad was because they put practically everything into the first one? There were bits that were taken from Ring 2, I think, that were put into it. And not only that, if you watch One Missed Call, you also see that there was a scene similar to One Missed Call that was put into the Ring.
Oh, I can't recall. I can't remember that. But you have to remember that in Japan, the Ring is not just Ring 1 and Ring 2, you know. Before that, it was a series of films or something like that. And there was like backstory.
It's hard to keep track. It's the same with The Grudge.
It's Ring Birthday, that was the backstory. Right?
Yeah, so Ring 2, I think, was it? I can't even remember whether it was a backstory or it was a sequel. But that's the thing, is
Don't worry, man. I think you have to be like super into these things to really keep it straight.
I think there's a well in there somewhere.
Yeah.
And a telephone call.
Okay, all right.
I don't remember.
I think there was a conga line there too.
Okay, and the ones that you hated most were One Missed Call.
Yeah, One Missed Call,
which was
which hardly anybody saw, I think, and the Jessica Alba, The Eye.
Who saw it?
No, there were a few more remakes, and but
Mirrors.
Yeah, Mirror is not as bad, but I remember these two. I remember One Missed Call because it was Ed Burns, and The Eye because Jessica Alba was in it.
What was wrong with them?
They were very. The stories were not good. The stories were in fact they even. I don't think they even changed much.
Right.
And it just
actually, when I watched The Eye, I realized that the story that they wrote, that the Park brothers wrote for The Eye, is actually quite rudimentary. And that the scares came from the way they staged these scares, shooting it from different angles and having the spirits appear at the periphery of the vision.
Right, yeah.
And those sort of things.
And all that,
the editing. And so when you actually transfer the story, that's not a heck of a lot.
I wasn't
there.
a big fan of the original Eye, actually.
Oh,
and I've
really?
had to sit through 3 Eyes now. The Eye, and then did you ever see the Indian shot-for-shot remake of The Eye?
No.
Called Naina or something like this? This movie came out of nowhere. I had to sit through it. And it was a shot-for-shot remake with Chinese actors replaced with Indian actors. And
Chinese actors and Indian
No,
actors?
the Chinese actors had been replaced with Indian actors.
actors.
And I'm like, there was no reference made to The Eye at all. Nobody from The Eye received any sort of credit. And I'm like, where did this thing come from?
They do that all the time.
It was
they
very
even did that for
strange.
Fight Club and Reservoir Dogs. And
Wow, you got to envy their copyright laws there in India. I guess they can get away with anything.
very liberal,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. But yeah, I've seen quite enough of The Eye. I'm hoping to not have to sit through a 4th version.
The I-10 was interesting, but that's just me. Okay, go ahead. So what are your favorites?
Okay, this is going to be an unpopular choice, but I really like Dark Water with Jennifer Connelly.
Oh.
Because I'm a big fan of Jennifer Connelly,
So
and I
am
think
I.
she brought a lot of warmth and feeling to that movie.
warmth and feeling.
Yeah, she was living that role. She had so much empathy in her, and for the kid, and you felt so much empathy for her. And she's living in these brutalist surroundings, the apartment block. And to me, it was a whole statement on like single motherhood and the sort of trials that these. You guys are giving each other looks. Come on, it wasn't that bad.
No, go ahead.
Huh? No, it was. I thought it was very well. It was a very emotional movie for me, I found.
Okay.
Yeah.
I found it very unsatisfying. By the way, she was supposed to play Naomi Watts' character in The Ring.
I think she could be in anything in The Ring.
I'd
like
to see. A huge fan.
Yeah, I just like Jennifer
But
Connelly.
she turned it down. She was supposed to be in The Ring.
Cold.
Huh?
She's very cold.
I don't know, man. I was feeling it. I was really feeling it.
She likes the dark,
dark
head gal.
We won't go there.
Okay, so, and what's your worst?
Probably the Indian remake of The Eye, I would say.
No, among the Hollywood remakes?
Among the Hollywood remakes, probably The Ring 2. I just found it really drab and dreary and boring.
You've seen The Eye and the Eye remake as well.
Yeah, yeah.
And the Grudge remake.
I've seen more than I,
care to remember.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna go for a break again, and when we come back, we'll be talking some more.
Larry Daly is back.
Folks, we're giving out 30 peso tickets to Night at the Museum 2. The preview is taking place on the 20th of May at 7:15 p.m. at Vivo City. You can win a pair just by emailing the answer to this question. Who plays Amelia Earhart in Night at the Museum 2? Is it A. Amy Adams, B. Meryl Streep, or C. Faye Wong? Send your answer to razortv at sph.com.sg before 18th of May.
This place is lame.
Yo, what up? It's Razor Pop lah!